What up, everybody? The first episode since the death of Walter Flynn and the war over his territory is on. Tommy thought that CBI could just partner with Vic Flynn, and with everything still in place, it would be a smooth transition. But Mirkovich was not happy about this at all, calling Tommy a pirate, and finally retaliated by bringing a war to the Crimson Projects with catastrophic results. So today I'm talking about the key takeaways and clues from Power Book 4-4 Season 2, Episode 6. Starting off with both Diamond and Tommy bringing problems into CBI, joining forces with Vic Flynn, Gennard, and Shanti Showstopper. CBI has officially brought in the rats and the snakes. This is because Tommy's biggest weakness might be his greed, and it causes him to go against his better judgment. Of course, he teamed up with Vic Flynn because Vic is offering him a deal that is too good to be true. Vic offered to give CBI the Flynn's entire infrastructure already established for a 60-40 arrangement in favor of CBI. Vic was able to get Tommy to trust him by utilizing Law 12 from the 48 Laws of Power. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. On top of generously giving CBI his territory, Vic also admitted to Tommy that he killed Walter and that he should have listened to Tommy when trying to get Gloria out of town. Stacy Marks told Vic that she would be his direct contact person, which had all of her employees looking surprised. She is also pressing Vic to get Tommy's phone number. I've been saying from day one that Stacy is working an angle, and I still think she is as well. She told Vic that she's after Tommy and Miguel Garcia. So we also saw Vic try to get in on Tommy's meeting with Miguel the same way Tommy got in the meeting with Diamond and Miguel, but Tommy wasn't going for it. To be honest, if Vic wanted to get out from under Stacy Marks, all he would have had to do was cancel Christmas on the crackhead girl who's snitching and the bodyguard Fat Tony. The old saying is, if the witness is dead, there's no trial. We already know what Ghost or Tommy would have done if put in the same situation. And any doubts Tommy had about Gennard rejoining CBI went out the window when Diamond told him that Shanti Showstopper would be on board with him and her territory, Garfield Park. But Tommy doesn't even know Shanti is the one he needs to be careful of. Shanti has been playing the long game. And when she revealed her true colors to Gennard to take over CBI, Gennard was even surprised. Shanti's plan is to get close to Diamond and Tommy and take over from the inside, similar to Dre and Cristobal in Power. It does look like Gennard is clean for now, but one thing about the Power timeline is we never know how much time goes by throughout an episode or from episode to episode. It does look like the time span of this episode was a little bit longer than normal, and Gennard went through the process of kicking the addiction. But if it's only been a day or two since he's been clean, he might not even went through the process of getting sick yet or anything. So I wouldn't be for sure that we haven't seen the last of Gennard using H. Getting me to Tommy seeing Holly in a dream, right after he finished hooking up with Maria for the first time. I have a few takeaways from this scene. First off being that Tommy will either end up getting Maria pregnant or killed. Second, Holly told Tommy the same thing that Tommy told Tariq, that he can't be between two worlds. Then Tommy looked to the map that he was after. Could his love for Maria change the way he feels about being in the game and cause Tommy to try to get out the game? Is this why he gave that whole speech to Tariq, and also why he didn't want to help Tariq with his war? because Tommy himself is trying to get out the game to be with Maria. And finally, when Tommy told Holly he loved Maria, she disappeared. Does this indicate that Tommy is finally moving on with his life and going to let go of all the pain and guilt he feels about Holly and Lakeisha? As for Maria, she's now beefing with her brother, Miguel, after she found out Miguel broke Dr. Kendall's hands. Miguel was on the verge of dying and needed his insulin shot, but Maria still wouldn't give it to him and forced Abuela to give it to him, calling Miguel your monster to Abuela. But also keep in mind what Miguel told Maria, that you are just like me. This does let us know Maria does have a dark side also we could definitely see come into play, especially as she grows in love with Tommy and tries to get out from under Miguel and Abuela. Getting me to Claudia Flynn, who Walter left with nothing. A very similar situation we saw with Ghost and Tasha, but very different at the same time. Vic received everything and doesn't have to go through any hoops like Tariq before he inherits. But unlike Tariq, who is willing to share his inheritance with Tasha, Vic wants nothing to do with Claudia. He refuses to help her in any type of way and even withdrew his security for her. Either though we did hear Vic tell Stacy that he does have 2 men trailing Claudia. He knew all her business, that she was working with the Serbs, that she held a meeting with Jannard Sampson, and that she's going to start moving pills in the clubs. But Stacy just isn't interested in Claudia at all. And finishing up with JP going through depression about sending DMAC away, and as a result he turned to alcohol. Now this might be a one-time thing, but if JP begins to abuse alcohol on the regular, DMAC's story will be even closer to Tariq and Ghost, who both saw their fathers as alcoholics. Also with JP feeling guilty about both sending DMAC away and lying to Kate, I'm definitely looking for JP to mess up in some type of way, either by going to get DMAC or telling Kate that DMAC is alive. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.